Welcome to this step-by-step video on how to register for a COVID-19 vaccine, brought to you by the Kenai Peninsula Borough Office of Emergency Management. The state of Alaska has unveiled a centralized website for vaccine information called PrepMod. This website allows you to register for a COVID-19 vaccine at many of the clinics that choose to use this site, or can give you instructions on registration requirements and information for specific clinics. We're going to go through this website in a couple different ways and show you how to register or how to get the information you might need. We'll be going through this fairly quickly, but please be sure to pause the video at your convenience and register alongside these instructions if needed, or to refer back for further reference. The centralized vaccine website can be accessed at covidvax.alaska.gov. The website will show the eligibility requirements for those that are eligible to get vaccinated currently. Check back to this website frequently for updated information. If you scroll down under Step 2, you'll see this is the Schedule Your Appointment feature. There are two ways to look up vaccine providers. You can either use the map function or a list function. Let me first show you the list function. This will bring you to a document that will show you an alphabetical listing by community of which providers are available. If you look down the left-hand side, you will see an outline of this document. Let's scroll down now and click on Soldotna. And if you click on this heading, that will show you the providers that are currently registered. Again, remember that this information can change on a frequent basis. For each provider, you will see the link to their website in order to register. The myhealth.alaska.gov and other alaska.gov addresses use the PrepMod system we will review in a moment. You'll notice here, for instance, that this website for Peninsula Community Health is different. Some clinics and providers may choose to use their own system. Please read the instructions and contact information here for any specifics. You can click on any community throughout Alaska to find a similar listing of their clinics. The other option available is using the map function. If we go back and click on the map button, it will load a map of Alaska and show icons with the clinic locations. If I scroll into the Kenai Peninsula using the scroll buttons, the plus or minus buttons on the upper left-hand corner, and then I can click and hold the map to move it around, you can see here in the Kenai Peninsula there are different clinics that are available. If you click on any one of these, a pop-up will appear that will show you the information for each particular clinic. If you'll notice here, this says 1 of 3. There's a button here to advance, and you can see the next clinic or next provider in that central area. I'm going to click out of that. As we saw in the document, some places take online registration where others may ask you to register a different way. Let me show you an example. If I click over here in Seward, I'm going to get a pop-up for the Seward Community Health Center, and you'll note that it asks you to call to schedule an appointment. Make sure you look for the clinics nearest you for their specific directions. Some may not accept online registration. However, all of the clinics that are providing a COVID-19 vaccine should be listed on this website. I'm going to go back now to this example in Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, and it gives us a link to their website. If we click on this link, it will take us here to PrepMod. To come directly to the vaccination, to this search, there's another system or another website that will take you directly to this, bypassing the map and list. This is useful if you know your vaccine location or the clinic you wish, but you're not sure if they have appointments available. That website is myhealth.alaska.gov. And if you click on Find a Vaccination Clinic, that will take you directly to the search feature that we were at just a moment ago. The easiest way to find a clinic or location is to know who is offering that on the map or the list, and then search by the name of the location. In this example, I'm going to type Fred Meyer and click Search. You'll notice that this will give us now a list of the various Fred Meyer pharmacies that are offering a vaccine. If you look at the detail, this will give you the name of the pharmacy or clinic, the date that they're administering the vaccine, as well as other additional information, which vaccine is offered, and anything important that it's needed for your appointment. Please be sure you check this additional information, because there may be information in there about working or administering the vaccine at a different location, how to access the clinic, and more. Anytime you see one of these blue buttons, you're able to sign up for a COVID-19 vaccination or get on the wait list for that clinic. The other important fact here is you can see here available appointments will show you how many appointments are available for that particular clinic on that day. When we talk about clinic in this context, that's a specific day and a specific location that's offering the vaccines. When you're searching on a location or a clinic or a pharmacy with multiple locations, be sure you're reading the address to make sure that you're registering for the area that you need. I'm going to go through the registration process. I'm going to use the Fred Meyer Pharmacy here in Anchorage for this example. As you can see, it's on January 21st from 12 noon to 6 p.m. and has a number of available appointments at this time. I'm going to click the blue Sign Up for a COVID Vaccine, and this is going to take us to our sign-up system under PrepMod. The first screen is going to ask you for your personal information, just your demographic information. Remember that everything that has a red asterisk is required. So let's go through this process with our first and last name, and then other demographic information. You can use these drop-downs to select the best answer as it applies to you. Make sure to double-check your information is accurate so as to not have any issues later in the process. If you have an email address, be sure to provide it, as you will receive your registration confirmation and other information at this email. Same for your primary phone number. Put your phone number in, and then select the type of phone number from this drop-down. If possible, we suggest that you use a mobile phone number because the system will send you a text message when it's time for your appointment. Put in your mailing address, and once you've completed that information, click the Save and Continue button. The next screen will ask you for your health insurance information. There are several ways to fill this out based on the insurance type that you have. Do keep in mind that the vaccine is provided at no cost. The clinic or pharmacy may charge your insurance for the cost of administering the vaccine. However, there is never any cost to you right now for the vaccine itself. That includes any deductible or copay. When you click the insurance type drop-down, you'll see several different pieces of information that you can choose. Private insurance, Medicaid or Medicare, TRICARE, or uninsured. Depending on what you select, these boxes may become available or they may become grayed out. Let's look at a couple different options here. I'm going to start with Medicare. If you click the Medicare drop-down, you can put in your insurance company information, your ID number, and remember that everything with the red asterisk is required. Your date of birth. I'm just putting in some random information here, but make sure that it matches your information on the insurance card, and whether this is your own insurance, that of a spouse, or other. It is then going to ask you to upload a copy of your insurance card, both the front and the back. It is helpful if you've previously taken a picture or scanned your insurance card in two different files, one for the front and one for the back. I can click the Choose File icon, and I've already scanned my insurance card, so I can select the front and then click Choose File again and select the back. This may look a little bit different depending on what type of computer you have, but it may be convenient to save it to an easy place such as the desktop. When you click on tribal insurance or private insurance, it will show you generally the same fields that you must fill in. If you do not have insurance, click the uninsured option, and that will gray the options out. If you have secondary insurance, you can fill that information in as well. Click Save and Continue, and the next screen is going to ask us if this is our first or second vaccination. Generally, most of us will check our first, although when you're making your secondary appointment for your second dose, either 21 or 28 days after your first dose, depending on the vaccine, you'll click the second option. Review these health questions and be sure to answer them as best as you can. This information will be available to the vaccinator and may be important for any type of medical information that may be specific to you. So answer the questions the best you can. If you don't know an answer, that's fine. Check the I don't know option, and be sure and ask any questions of your vaccinator or your primary care physician when you get to the vaccination site or before. On the first page, when you signed up for the clinic, you were able to see which vaccine that you were getting, in this case the Moderna vaccine. If you click this link for either the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine, it will take you to the fact sheet for the vaccine. Please be sure and read that carefully so you're knowledgeable about the vaccine and any information regarding it that you have questions on. Once you're done, you can click the back button and it will bring you back to this form. I'm going to click Save and Continue now. And this is going to ask us to read this consent. Again, it's reminding us that we need to read the fact sheet, and again, we can click on that link right here. So if we've read the fact sheet, we're going to check this box and then read this consent for vaccinations. Then it's either going to ask you to sign or type your name. So you can either sign here with your finger or the mouse, depending on the device you have, or you can click Type My Full Name to acknowledge the consent. And this is a bit easier. It's going to fill in the date for us, and then click our relationship, whether it's ourselves or a spouse or other. If I click Self, it's going to fill my name in again, and I'm going to click Save and Continue. On this screen, it's going to ask us to review any of the information we've put in to be sure it's accurate. Please take a moment to review this information and that you've answered all the questions. Once you have, click Save and Continue once again. Finally, it's going to ask us the time for our appointment. Each clinic may have different times, and you'll be able to see on the menu what times you're able to reserve. Different clinics and events may have different times, so you'll notice that this is every 10 minutes, some may be every 5 minutes or every 15 minutes. So simply look to see what appointment that you wish, click the button next to it, And once you're done with that, you can click Save and Continue. Once you click Save and Continue on this screen, your appointment will be confirmed and you will receive an email. I'm not going to continue here so we don't book this sample appointment. But if you have any questions on your appointment, be sure to consult the clinic location that you selected. In this case, you can call the Fred Meyer Pharmacy at the number they provided and ask any questions or to discuss any issues regarding the vaccine or questions ahead of time. Again, we encourage you to contact your pharmacist or your primary care physician. Thank you so much for joining us today.